this is new to me too. This little side story that they've been trying to put up. Miranda Devine and Monica Crowley react on Hannity. Miranda Devine wrote the Laptop from Hell book about a laptop she's never touched. She's never fucking seen. She's come in contact with a hard drive that is called laptop. It's like a man called horse, a hard drive named laptop. And she's going to come on there and they're going to talk about, this is a Boston gangster's nephew linked to Hunter Biden's Chinese business deal. This will be good. Boston gangster's nephew linked to Hunter Biden. All right, I'm excited. This is starting to sound like The Town meets Flashpoint, not the stupid guys, the really cool Donnie Yen movie.
We turn our attention now once again to the Biden family syndicate.
Yes.
Now for 2 years.
The Biden family syndicate, which is that, Sean, did you used to get your cocaine from the Biden family syndicate? I'm curious because...
We turn our attention now once again to the Biden family syndicate. Now, for 2 years, we have been, actually longer than that, we have been raising concerns about Joe Biden's family's sketchy business partners, including zero experience Hunter Biden and his association with the nephew of a... All
right, first of all, I think Sean is drunk. I'm just going to put it out there. Also, what the fuck does the fact that this guy's uncle was Whitey Bulger if he's not a criminal? I mean, Trump's father was an active racist, denying black people the right to rent his apartments. And?
Zero experience Hunter Biden and his association with the nephew of a notorious Boston gangster in a story totally ignored by the media mob. Remember Whitey Bulger? Well, his nephew played a key role in Hunter's Chinese ventures. Here with more...
So what?
Bulger, well, his nephew played a key role in Hunter's Chinese ventures. Here with more, Fox News contributor.
No. Yikes. I feel like I'm on a new game show called Pick Your Karen.
Nephew played a key role in Hunter's Chinese ventures. Here with more, Fox News contributor Miranda Devine, along with former Assistant Secretary of the Treasury Monica Crowley. Miranda, you wrote the Laptop from Hell. You've seen the Laptop from Hell. You got a copy of the laptop.
No, she's never seen it. She has never fucking seen the laptop. She's got a copy of the hard drive, and it's all fake. Fuck you and that garbage.
From hell. My lawyer would not allow me to take it. That's an interesting story in and of itself.
Oh, your lawyer would not allow you to take a copy of the hard drive because your lawyer was aware that it was unverifiable horseshit, and he was worried you would go on the air and claim it was real when it wasn't.
But more importantly, I want to go in...
Whoa, no, not more importantly. Tell us why your lawyer wouldn't let you even take a copy of that hard drive. Oh, because it allegedly has child porn on it, and people have been copying and disseminating child porn. I see. Rudy's got multiple copies. Why has he not been arrested for copying and disseminating child porn? I don't give a fuck where you found it.
This connection, and more importantly than that, how it all ties back to Joe Biden and how he's been proven to have lied when he said he'd never talked to his son about his foreign business dealings.
No, he didn't discuss his son's foreign business dealings. He had parent conversations with his son like you would. He knew where his son worked. Fuck off with this nonsense.
Well, look, Sean, I think it's pretty clear that Joe Biden did have a lot to do with Hunter Biden's overseas business partner.
No, it isn't. Receipts, please.
He met many of them. He met them from all sorts of countries, ranging from China to Russia to Ukraine and Kazakhstan and...
Receipts, please.
Mexico. And he met one of his business partners in Beijing when he flew Hunter into China on Air Force Two with him when he was going to have some high-level meetings with President Xi Jinping and the CCP. So it just does not pass the sniff test.
Yeah, it doesn't pass the sniff test that he was like, he flew over and then he had some business over there, so he caught a ride on the plane with his fucking father. Who cares? He didn't benefit from it.
It's kind of absurd that the White House is still trying to run that line that Joe Biden...
Well, you know, Miranda, you know why? You know why they're continuing to run that line? Is because they know you ain't got shit. They know that this is puffery, that this is nonsense, that everything on that hard drive, A, is manufactured bullshit, or if you wanted to institute it into a criminal charge anywhere or a civil charge, it would be thrown out of court immediately because you and Rudy and Maxie and McIsaac are untrustworthy carriers of it, and you kept it hidden for years.
I knew nothing about his son Hunter's overseas business dealings. He knew...
That's not what he said. Of course he knows where his son's businesses were. Like, he doesn't have to be totally ignorant. He's just not discussing the deals or helping him with it. He can't... Like, they want you to believe that because he knew his son worked at Burisma, or he knew that his son's partners were doing business in these certain countries, which he would want to know, by the way, if he was trying to avoid, you know, the look of impropriety. He would want to know, like, what are you working on over there? I don't want to crisscross with what we're talking about. Okay. Yeah? Okay, yeah, we're not going anywhere near that. Don't worry about it. Okay, doesn't step on our toes. Has nothing to do with what I'm there to do.
What was... Well, maybe he didn't know the details, but he knew what Hunter was up to, and...
Yes, the details are the important part. The details is where criminality and corruption would have happened. But since he doesn't know the fucking details, he can't actually be corrupt now, can he? You can't be corrupt in the broad strokes, especially if none of the money got to you.
Doing it in his name.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. Hunter paid for shutters on the lake house and then got paid back.
We have pictures, Monica Crowley, of Joe Biden with foreign business partners from Mexico and foreign business partners from Kazakhstan.
Yeah, let me show you this real quick. Let's see. Let's see. Here's a picture of George Nader with Donald Trump. George Nader got arrested for child porn, Sean. We've got pictures of Donald Trump with a guy who purchased and disseminated child porn. We also have pictures of Trump dancing and joking with Jeffrey Epstein. Keep at it. Like these handshake bullshits are going to...
And the lecture that he gave his Mexican business partner, which was, oh, I've brought you to the White House all these times. I've brought you to meet my father all these times. You haven't given me anything yet. So clearly there was a quid pro quo expectation.
No, apparently not. And the meetings didn't happen.
Here's my question, though.
Here's my question. Why are you fucking sniffing all the time? That's weird.
The money that this family syndicate got from China and in the deals they got from China.
Syndicate.
And the money they got from a Russian oligarch, former First Lady of Moscow, millions of dollars.
Former First Lady of Moscow? Why is she the former? Oh, because her husband went to jail for corruption and she didn't want to die destitute, so she invested her money. All right, never mind.
The money they got from a Kazakhstan oligarch. The millions that Hunter got from Ukraine with Burisma and Joe Leverage's.
Yeah, by the way, Burisma before Hunter, corrupt and incapable of major projects. Hunter Biden and his friends come in with investment money, shepherd the money through, and Burisma is a functioning company with none of the corruption and actually makes money now.
$1 billion taxpayer dollars to fire the prosecutor investigating.
Again, this was the will of the Obama administration. This was the will of Congress. This was the will of the EU. The dude was a Russian sock puppet. He was dangerous. He refused to go after corruption. He was trying to use leverage against the fact that Hunter worked at Burisma to try and scare Biden into leaving him alone. And Biden was like, fuck you, beat it.
Joe leverages $1 billion taxpayer dollars to fire the prosecutor investigating his son being paid millions with no experience.
Bullshit.
If the name was Trump and it was Donald Trump Jr. or Eric Trump or Ivanka Trump or Barron Trump or Tiffany Trump, don't you think?
Yeah, no one's going after Barron Trump. I'm just saying for the record, leave the kid alone.
Media would handle this a lot differently.
Well, in the media's defense, if any of the Trumps had been involved, no one would have made money on the deal. They would have lost money. So, you know, it would have just been a kind of a punchline. You know what I mean?
I think that question answers itself, Sean. I think the answer is very obvious.
No, that's not what it does. It's your job. They cut to you, Monica. Answer the fucking question.
Is that, of course, if this were any member of the Trump family.
Wait, how did she get to be the host of the Monica Crowley podcast?
We'd be on the 15th impeachment of Donald Trump ex post facto. Look, the double standard is so.
E pluribus unum. Have a nice day.
Here, we've got deep corruption with this family that's gone on for decades. Influence peddling is the Biden family business. We've got long.
Yeah, then why do they only have, like, 2 houses? If influence peddling is that, why are they such a cheap date? If there's a huge crime syndicate around this, where the fuck is the money? Where is the Putin, like, you know, elaborate estates? Where are the trips to Switzerland to stay at the real house? Why don't the Bidens have a fucking Irish golf course they own? They don't.
Paper trails, Sean, of the corruption of not just Hunter, but Joe. I mean, this is a Joe Biden story. And we know the famous.
Yes, well, he is a mastermind. I will give him that.
Percent for the big guy. But now we've also got emails and texts indicating that Joe Biden had Hunter, the bag man for the Biden family, actually turning over 50% of their ill-gotten gain.
Oh, that by the way, this is the same shit. This is 2 years old, this bullshit. If he's the bag man, he's supposed to turn over 100%. The bag man doesn't get to keep half. If you're the bag man, you just carry the fucking bag. Honest to God. Look, can you guys watch some gangster movies or some shit, please? I don't get it.
Okay. Shouldn't there be an investigation? Is Joe Biden compromised by China?
No. If he was compromised by China, we wouldn't have the AUKUS agreement. If he was compromised by China, he would have overturned the tariffs that Trump put in when he came in office. If he was compromised, he wouldn't have sent a delegate group in his administration to fucking Taiwan. If he was compromised by China, the State Department wouldn't view the Uyghur genocide as a fucking genocide. Where is the benefit package? I just want to fucking see it. They've never seen The Big Lebowski. They're not privy to the new shit, man. And if he's compromised by Ukraine, that means all of Europe and 81% of Americans are compromised by Ukraine as well. We're all in to protect Ukraine, just so that the fucking Hunter Biden laptop number 5 doesn't come out. Get fucked.
And Russia and Ukraine and Kazakhstan. Compromised by China.
Compromised by
an investigation. Is Joe Biden compromised by China and Russia and Ukraine and Kazakhstan? Because that's
a perfectly reasonable claim that you would put forward. Now, obviously, the blackmail doesn't really work if they've released all the shit and none of it has amounted to a hill of beans. And even if they had evidence, they were fucking stupid enough to give it to Rudy Giuliani to carry around and fuck up the chain of evidence so it will never be admissible in court. So why would you give a fuck?
The question here, it would appear according to these emails, he not only knew, but he profited from these deals. That would mean that we potentially have a president that is completely compromised. What?
Again, based on what? Look, fucking show me the policies. Look, we've had Trump come out and go, I don't know why it would be Russia. And he answered very strongly. Our IC and every fucking intelligence community we're aligned with all over the world knows full fucking well the Russians attacked our elections. Whether you think they coordinated with Trump to do it or not is immaterial. Whether you believe in the collusion narrative, the Russians absolutely have been committing all kinds of fuckery in this country, attacking our elections, attacking our electrical grid, attacking our food, like just the internet aspect of so many of our businesses, just cyber attack after cyber attack, ransomware farms, all kinds of shit, directed by Vladimir Putin, no fucking question. And that's not hard to talk about. Like the State Department and other people before, say, 2016 might have tiptoed around this, but none of them were friendly to the idea. Well, we push back on these things. We don't think we would like them to be a better partner in Europe, but blah, blah. They use that kind of language. Now, nobody even fucking talks like that. And the only person that rides to the defense of Vladimir Putin time and time again, even on Sean Hannity's fucking show, is Donald Trump.
That investigation?
I think there is an investigation going on in Delaware into Hunter Biden and various aspects of his foreign business dealings. And
we all know there is. It's taxes. Because wannabe Trumper judges and the like are going after him and trying to stir this stuff up. If he ends up having underpaid his taxes, then he'll pay his taxes and that'll be that. And then if he gets fined, he'll pay the fine. Who gives a shit? Honest to God. This is not the kind of stuff you sell out of country for. Biden isn't letting Russia destroy Ukraine. Because here's the thing. If Ukraine had compromise material on the Bidens and they were using this as leverage, wouldn't you just let Russia fucking carpet bomb them into nothing so that it never sees the light of day? Thank you, Eric. Thank you for the super chat.
From the questions that we understand.
By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe, give it a thumbs up, support the show. Appreciate it. I keep forgetting to say the boilerplate, and you guys know I do, but I appreciate you having my back. Venmo, if you want to support the show in any way, sometimes it shows up on my, oh, thank you, like Kurt. Oh my gosh. Kurt, thank you so much. I just saw the Venmo. That's so sweet. Oh my God. That's really awesome.
And asked of some of the witnesses, such as who is the big guy, it seems that they are starting to look at Joe Biden because...
No, they're not. Tony Bobulinski's, like, he's now a paid op. Nobody gives a fuck. The other guys in Rosemont Seneca and Hunter Biden started distancing themselves from him because he was coked up as the rest. These guys were all like jet-setting around, getting hookers, getting blow, playing with large sums of money. Hunter fell into it and then got out. They were using him, and he was, at one point, he's like, I'm not going to just be your fucking, we have to follow the FARA rules. That's even in the fucking intercepted, the emails that came from his actual computers that the Delaware
Biden
DA
is the big guy, as Tony Bobulinski told us.
Monica.
Yeah. Fuck Tony Bobulinski and his bullshit. Also, fuck Carter Page, just again.
Thank you, Miranda. Always great to see you. Hey, Sean Hannity here.
Also, what did this have to do? This Boston gangster's nephew linked to Hunter Biden's Chinese deal. How? What the fuck was that? He showed this. Played key role in Hunter Biden's Chinese business ventures. Cameron Cawthorn et al. Okay, hold on one second. That... Whitey Bulger's nephew played. Let's do this. This is the actual article that they put on the site. Whitey Bulger's nephew played a key role. Hunter Biden has been under federal investigation for his tax affairs since 2018. All right, since Trump was in office, you think? Jim Bulger was a business associate of Hunter Biden, and according to emails obtained and reviewed by Fox News Digital, appears to have played a key role in a number of his Chinese business ventures. Where? From the fucking laptop? Piss off. Jim Bulger serves as the chairman of a Boston-based Thornton Group, LLC, a firm that joined forces with Hunter's Rosemont Seneca to launch its joint venture with Chinese investment firm Bohai Capital to create BHR Partners. BHR Partners is controlled by the Bank of China Limited. That's Whitey Bulger. I don't know why the fuck that matters. One email dated... meeting the Chinese ambassador shows Bulger suggests himself, Hunter Biden, and Rosemont Seneca co-founder Devin Archer meet with the Chinese ambassador in D.C. to talk about the fund. Bulger forwards an email from his associate. Please read the document Lenny sent me. You'll find it below. Bulger writes to Biden Archer, a U.S. embassy staffer met with former CEO of Baha'i Fund in 2008 and wrote up a report on the meeting. Bulger writes, it's pretty interesting that someone in the embassy in Beijing would be interested in what the domestic Bohai PE fund was up to. That's because they were like, we're not doing business with the Chinese fucking government. If they want to be independent, we can do this. I thought you guys should see this, Bulger writes. I still believe a meeting early next week with the ambassador, if possible, would be best. Hope this does not cause too much of an ass ache. It is unclear if the meeting between Biden, Bulger, Archer, and the Chinese ambassador took place. It didn't. Joe Biden was serving as vice president of the United States at the time of the meeting request. Another email dated 20 shows Bulger writing to Hunter Biden and Archer. Gentlemen, during the weekly BHR call last night, Lindsay informed the whole China team, excluding Jonathan, about the message you both conveyed about the morning call with Lindsay. She was very clear to all on the phone that the signing of an investment contract with Gaoxin or BOC or PICC is task number one. BOC is the Bank of China. PICC is referring to the People's Insurance Company of China. Bulger continues to say that he was asked to discuss the need for a contracted Chinese anchor investor. In that email, he also suggests that they discuss high-level research with another associate for Thornton on CAS Sino energy business that both can review. In addition to his own business deals, Hunter also involved Bulger in the family business matters. Fox News reported last October, John Owens, who was married to Valerie Biden Owens, President Biden's younger sister, reached out to Hunter in the 24th for securing a business license to expand his telemedicine company in China, saying it may need to be secured very quickly. Owens, who goes by Jack, emailed Hunter, informing that his company's MediGuide and MediGuide Insurance reached a serious stage of negotiations with the China-based insurance company, but said he wouldn't be able to seal the deal without a Chinese business license. And let's see, Hunter Biden, working on it, back to you ASAP. Time pressure is very tight. Plus, the fact we do not yet have one has caused a slight credibility bump at the company's mind. This all translates into a need for a business license and one secured very quickly. While this might seem to be a mundane task, I've come to understand that matters such as business license can end up taking an inordinate amount of time we do not have. So he's got investor friends. They're all connected that maybe you can help out. Within the hour, Hunter turned to Bulger by forwarding the email to him. A Taiwanese American businessman has been involved in a nonprofit to partner with a group known for pushing propaganda supporting the Chinese Communist Party. Also copied on the email. See email below from my Uncle Jack. Is there a way we can help him expedite this? Time is of the essence. Bulger spent the next morning. We discussed with Lynn to help. 3 days later, Bulger said, me and Michael had a call with Jack this morning. I think we have a solution for his China problem. Michael and Ran are researching the regs and laws right now, but our Thornton WOFE would like to be okay for Jack's company to use. He mentioned WOFE. He was likely referring to the wholly foreign-owned enterprise of the Thornton Group, the company Bulger and Lynn co-founded. It is unclear whether Bulger and Lynn were able to successfully consider the business license for Owens or whether Thornton's WOF sufficed China's laws. However, MediGuide's website says it has to come to an agreement with Shanghai, which will be legally representing MediGuide. And whatever, all that shit's fallen apart ever since. It doesn't matter. Your board seat in the Ukraine might be picked up by the wire service. Some nuts want to read into it. Hope you can handle that. Okay, Hunter, just keep it in place, buddy. Sober's better. Okay. Hunter appears to have been aware that Bulger was the nephew of him. Of course he fucking was. There was a thing about the... where is it? Hunter, weeks after the 2020 president released a statement acknowledging the federal investigation into tax. I take this matter very seriously, but I'm confident that a professional and objective review of these matters will demonstrate that I handled my affairs legally and appropriately, including the benefit of professional tax advisors, Biden said in a December 2020 statement. Don't fucking care, not a news story, and this is all you get from that story. That's all you get, is him putting Fox's own headline up. And then they go to this... They were totally compromised. They compromised. It's fair to say that their compromise must be compromised. Compromise. So, I'm just saying, Sean, Another fail. I don't understand why these assholes think they have anything ever. It's just fucking boring. You're watching Hal Sparks Mega Worldwide.